All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the whole elect out there pushing his word and truth. And it's a series across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the whole elect, the believers, the listeners who may have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And what I want to get into today, is as you had, yesterday with the 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 eclipse, the great eclipse, and pretty much, just being out and about, and you see, how Esau was able, to make this a thing, a trend, Now, and our people, they wasn't looking at this thing as spiritual, because you go into the scriptures in Joel, all right, 2. Matter of fact, I'll read it, and then get on into the lesson. But because we brought this out in the live screen, I just want to expound on it a little bit and go into it. This is Joel 2 and 30. It says, "And I will show wonders in heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord comes." Okay? And putting emphasis on that great and terrible day of Yahweh Bashem Shai, in which the scriptures prophesy, of the earth reeling to and fro like a drunkard. Okay, people, being consumed with fire while they stand on their feet. Okay, the teeth of wild beasts, wars, the slain of the Lord being from one end of the earth to the other. Now our people, was, 'cause I'm walking out of Home Depot, seeing Jake out there with the shades and, trying to look up and, see something, you know, but they're not linking it to prophecy. Okay, they're not linking it to the terrible day, okay, of judgment that's to come. And it says terrible, it says great and terrible because it's gonna be great on behalf of the elect, you know. But I just seen our people with them with those shades on looking up, and it really, put me in the spirit, that they're blinded. They have eyes but see not, because they just see a trend. They just see what Esau Edom has hyped up, you know. They believe based off what Esau, the stories Esau put in circulation, man. Okay, but when you go here, because I want to get this in the GNT. Now the prophets have been out. Okay, you go with our elders, 40, 35, 30 years under their belts. Okay, the elders, their elders laboring before them. Okay, going all the way back to 69 under Elder Albert Bivens, man. And they've been a lot of things that people are just catching on to. These things have been spoken about for decades, man. For decades. Okay? Then you have, the Russian icons. Well, the everybody, is in the uproar about the icons. Well, the prophet's been speaking on that, man. When we came in the truth, when I first came in the truth, man, it's brothers got the book. The elder brother Yum Yum, he got the actual, the book. I think it's high as hell now, but he got the book. And we've been, brothers been going into that, man. Brothers was already, well, versed in those Russian icons, when I first came in, man. Okay? How much more the apostles and elders, but people are in the frenzy. All right, but these things been coming out. But the scriptures speak about, that scenario. Now I want to get this in the GNT. This is on Sirach 13 and 22. It says, when someone rich makes a mistake, there are many people to cover up for him and explain away all the things he never should have said. And one thing about, Esau Edom in this society, this beast system, there's a lot of people that want this beast system healed. They're not even regarding, all the charges and, all the truths and, the filthiness and wickedness that this man is doing. They're still trying to heal this man's kingdom. You know, all this madness that's coming out and being exposed, what this devil is up to. You still got people talking about voting. Okay, here it is. It's being exposed that, all right, there's people that's above, way above a president. Okay, that's in power. That's running the earth in wickedness, and they're still talking about the lesser of two evils, man, because they worship Esau's prosperity, through his technology, through the way he's been able to make things convenient. A lot of people, they worship the rich man. Okay, so on the slick, it's a lot of people trying to still prop this man up and his rulership, man. Okay, and it says, but let someone poor make a mistake, and he gets nothing but criticism, even if what he says make good sense, nobody will listen. Okay, so the apostles and elders been talking about the nigger woman, how out of order she is, man. Okay, the problem, the apostles and elders, when they went into what they call the grape doctrine, and people just went crazy. Here it is, they're reading and interpreting an ancient law, okay, that was happening during the actual, okay, civilization, okay, of Israel, and they interpret it, and all of a sudden they're labeled as as pedos, man, as grapists, okay, but it's because we're looked at in the state of poor men. All right, one thing Esau Edom has diminished and demonized and you know made mockery of more than anything is Israelite male authority, especially of the what would be considered the working class Israelite man. Okay, because Jake highly esteemed celebrities, and that's why Esau has full control over these celebrities. That's why he does these lewd acts and ritual with these celebrities so he can, as a tool used to control them, you know. So Jacob listened to a celebrity, when Cat Williams say something about the sea hip, then it's a big thing. When the apostles been speaking on those things, man. Okay. When Kanye and Kyrie, okay, when they said what they said, then it was a big thing. But the apostles are giving you they off, them guys off, Kanye and Kyrie, they juiced in too. Okay? And they off, they just mentioned, little random, okay, statements here and there. All right, and instantly, all right, they become Jake's messiahs, man. Okay? But then here it is, you have men, all right, that are thoroughly breaking these things down, presenting, putting on whole presentations, going into words, going into documentaries, going into articles, going into history, going into geopolitics, and bringing all these things together through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, because the spirit that's orchestrating this thing, man, the Rakakodash, the Holy Spirit, okay? But you have these men doing all these things, okay? But hey, it's looked at, it's disregarded. It's not taken seriously, man. But it's supposed to be like that because, and we're gonna go back to that, and they're just an indicator. And this is how the Lord, like Elder Yashawamba always says, the Lord did it in this fashion to test Israel's integrity, man. You know, that's why he put the spirit on particular men, not to be about gimmicks, okay? Not to be world friendly, but just teach a straight truth, man. You know, whether it causes offenses, offenses must come. Okay? But now the Lord put the spirit on particular men, you know, to just be raw and uncut with this truth, man. And sincerity. Okay? No gimmicks, no water down. And their style, all right, is offensive to this world. But the Lord wants it to be offensive because, you know, that's a filter for those that are not meant to get it. This First Corinthians 1:18 said, "For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved, it is the power of the Most High." So the same word, the same message is being taught to one sect of Israelites is foolishness. It's a joke. Okay? Oh, so somebody gonna show up in a UFO and save y'all? Oh, y'all gonna have superpowers? Oh, y'all gonna run the earth? Y'all gonna be guys in the earth? See, it's foolishness to our people. Okay? But Esau tell him that he's gonna turn him into a transhuman. Okay? And Jake is standing in line. Esau told you to put that mask on, all right? Told you put that face diaper on, okay? You was in full obedience, man. Okay? Esau told you, you know, to get the juice, full obedience. People are still obedient into that today. All right? But the preaching of the gospel to them that perish is foolish. So that's an indicator of your fate. You know how you respond to this word? That's an indicator of your fate. Either it's not meant for you to get it at this time, or hey, you're of those that perish. You know, but for the believers, hey, this the power of the Most High. Like we're seeing this word, all right, dictate everything that's happening in the earth. Like we can go to scripture, okay, and pretty much it's giving a commentary. It's orchestrating everything that we see happening in the earth. You know, but that's for the believers. The believers will have their viewpoint. Okay? Because even like this whole eclipse, you had people, you know, that was into the eclipse for two different reasons. Okay? You had, you know, the trend, you know, the social media trending perspective of the eclipse. And then you had that spiritual aspect of the end of an age and of the end of the age of Esau and the beginning of the age of Jacob. Okay? So with this one message, there's two different perspectives, man. All right, and our people, they have a respected person towards the rich man. All right, a rich people in general in this society. Okay, this is back in Sirach, was it 13:23? It says, when a rich person speaks, everyone is silent, and they praise him to the skies for what he does. Okay, so when Esau get up there and get to speaking, okay, using these words, you don't let them come out there in a lab coat, okay, some glasses, all right, with a chart, you know, talking about, you know, the data, okay. Jake is all ears and ready to comply. You know, they install it to the clouds. You know, when these certain celebrities say or do different things, Jake install it to the clouds, man. Okay? But it said, but let a poor person speak, and everybody says, who is that? They push him down if he so much as stumble. Yeah, so, you know, in this society, if you don't have a certain amount of clout or rank, okay, you don't have you're not making a certain type of income, you know, your wisdom is not respected. You know, Esau trained a society to respect riches, not morals, not true wisdom, not sincerity, not integrity, not honor. Those things are no longer respected. Okay? That's why people follow the most degenerate men and women, but they have, money and clout. Okay? A completely backwards society, and we're living in the results of it, man. A complete shit show. Okay? So let's go from there. Let's get this in Isaiah. All right. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 30. All right, this is Isaiah 30 and 8. It says, now go, write it before them in a table and note it in the book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever, that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that would not hear the law, okay, of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. So the scriptures give us a rundown of Jake, the rebellious of our people, man. Okay? The last thing they want to hear is the Bible. You had a Jake come by the camp on Friday. He made a statement, why are people still in their Bible? Okay? They still try to run with this narrative, oh, that's the white man book. But then they don't, you prove to them that this book is against the so-called white man. Okay? And Jake still don't want to hear it. And Jake is looking for an excuse Jake is already looking for any excuse um to denounce the Bible. Okay? Everybody can find fault with the Bible, but all this other random understanding and doctrines, westernization, and we're living in the results of westernization, but that's not in question. But the Bible is always under heavy scrutiny, you know? So when you keep reading, it says, we say to the seer, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. And that's what Jake wants to hear, man. Jake wants a prosperity doctrine, which the gospel is full of prosperity, but there's a standard. There's discipline. Jake don't want to deal with that part. Jake want to get straight to prosperity and. But nah, man, before prosperity, there's a suffering, there's discipline, there's order, there's a standard. Okay, and that's what Jake don't want to deal with, man. Okay, but they have this society, this beast system where Esau tell you get straight to it, man. When it comes to your fulfilling your lust and your flesh. Okay? Because at the end of the day, it's just Jake operating off that low nature, man. And Jake would love to have it so because there's no responsibility there. When you operate off low nature, you don't think about responsibility. Okay? And you operating off your low nature, man. You eating whatever tastes good. You don't care about the effects of it. Okay? You're just having, random sex. You're not thinking about being a parent. Okay? It's all about the pleasure. When you chasing money. Okay? You don't care about, how it can be corrupting, like Jake, that's hustling. Okay? You just thinking about the quick money, okay? The power and the fame and the perks that come with it. He's not thinking about, how this is destroying his people. And this is how the beast teaches our people to think, is to just indulge in the pleasures. Don't worry about the responsibilities, man. The scriptures is the exact opposite, man. They tell you, look, this is the instruction and how to be responsible. Okay? Because we don't have to be taught pleasures. That's natural. That's a natural thing. Okay? That's why our people need to be taught order, structure, responsibility, accountability. And that's what the part Jake don't want to deal with. Jake just live in this beast system where you go straight to the pleasure. Okay? And it says, get ye out of the way, turn aside. This is back in Isaiah 30 and 11. It says, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us, man. And this society has turned Jake into an anti-Messiah. This is how Jake move, is an anti-Messiah. They fell in love with the beast. They have a love affair with the beast, man. Okay, they want this way. That's why anything that he says, they adhere to it. Okay? So Jake don't want to hear, because this doctrine is against this world. The Bible is against this current age. Okay, and that's why when you start coming out of the Bible, you see, who stands for what. Okay? As the scripture say in Hebrews 4 and 12. It said, verse 12 said, wherefore thus said the Holy One of Israel, because you despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking coming suddenly at an instant. So since, you despise this word and you trust in oppression, because our people trust in oppression. If you go in the vote, you trust in oppression. You're trusting the devil to someday do right by you, man. Okay? You putting that face diaper on was saying, look, man, we got to preserve this society. I'm doing my part to preserve this society. You trust in this, man. Okay? You got Jake that's into prepping. You trust in this. You trust that somehow this society going to keep kicking, man. Okay? And you trust the leadership of the so-called white man. See, well, we finna see like when this thing is made mandatory, okay? A lot of our people, as the scriptures say, they're gonna bend the knee to Baal, man, because they trust Esau's leadership, no matter how jacked up, no matter how horrible the results are, the dysfunction, the violence, they trust this man's leadership, man. Okay? Verse 13 said, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant, man. All right, and when this thing collapse, man, it's gonna fall into you Jake's laps, man. It's gonna avalanche. It's gonna be an avalanche effect, man. It's gonna consume you when the economy crashes. Teeth of wild beasts. The Lord start releasing apparitions. It's gonna be a real deadly pestilence out here, man. Okay, mercenaries and militias and UN troops active, man. It's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen, man, and our people gonna get caught up in it. A lot of our people, they're gonna be, for the taking, you know, because they despise the poor man's wisdom, man. Okay, and the rich man instruction is leading you into the anger of Yahweh Shemal Shah, man. Okay, the wisdom of the poor man, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shah, is leading to rest, to victory, to immortality, man, to rulership. Okay, but everyone has to play their part, and we coming into the clutch, man. So I just want to put that out there, just observing how Jake was moving today, and just see how Esau can just, they're given to the power of darkness, man. The water Yahweh Shemal Shah for remove, Salaki removing us from the power of darkness, man. So Lord will, you was edified. Till next time, I say Shalom, Kwame Yashala, Bible Ball soon. Shalom.